Hey everybody, good evening. You're joining us here on the Stars Align, and as you'll see to my right, well, I'm not sure how it shows up in the broadcast, but for me, it's on my right. There's Trixy Dorn. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks for having me.
Of course, yeah. Now you're on my left. Yeah, I got a couple messages saying, who is Trixy Dorn? And I didn't have enough space in my text box to even start explaining. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to dive into it. But first, before we dive into all the things you're doing, the wonderful things you have done, the things you're going to do, and the things you are doing today, I'm going to remind everybody that tomorrow at 4, we have a game against the Whistle All-Stars. And over in this corner, which is not on my face for my screen, it's on Trixie's face. There's a QR code over there somewhere that if you click on it, it'll take, now it's on my face. It'll take it right over here. You can buy your pre-purchase your tickets to get yourself into the game. It's going to be a really fun game at 4 to get to see some of your favorite Stars players, as well as the Whistle All-Stars from the season. So come check it out. If you haven't bought your tickets, get some now. Okay, we've done the plug. Now let's talk about something else. Welcome. Are you an avid watcher of this show?
Yes. Okay. But I have to tell you something before you start asking me anything.
Okay.
I have to tell you 2 things. Number 1, congratulations on all your success at the soccer tournament in North Carolina. I feel like your name now is totally out there. Yeah.
Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was cool. That was cool.
That was cool. And then number 2, just like the massive win for the Stars at the North American Sand Soccer Championship. I think
that was fun.
Were you undefeated?
Undefeated. And a couple of games got a little hairy, but yeah, undefeated.
That was amazing. So I just had to do a shout out because that was like so cool.
Yeah, I feel like now it's like old news, right? It happened like 2-3 months ago. Nobody remembers, but I appreciate it.
I remember.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into like what we were going to talk about. So first things first, talk about maybe how you came across the Stars and how the Stars have now gotten into your existence and how you continue to be around it or not around it, and just talk about maybe your relationship with the Stars.
Yeah. Well, I've known about the Stars, gosh, I probably wasn't the inception in 83 when they played like in Tacoma at the Dome in 83. I think they played in from 83 to 92 there. But I knew who they were. I wasn't playing a lot of soccer, but I had friends who played soccer. And well, speaking of the Dome, they just had their 40-year anniversary. They just had a big party. Just wanted to show.
That's awesome.
But I've had friends. My ex-husband played for UW, so I've been kind of around soccer for a long time. I started playing soccer as an adult. My kids played soccer, and so I'm a huge Tacoma fan and soccer fan. So Tacoma Stars, there we were. And I've been going to the games. I go to almost all of the games.
Yeah, so you sit kind of in the middle section, like close to where Lane and Lynn are in the back, and you're like avidly screaming and yelling, like right back, kind of the middle of the
perfect view,
straight across from our bench, right?
Straight across. Yep, I'm always watching you guys.
Yeah,
trying to read your lips, but I can't see.
No, it's because I'm usually faced the other way anyway, so you guys can't see. It's intentional. If I put my back in the way, then you guys can't see what I'm talking about.
I know. I don't like that.
I mean, how cool is it? First off, that obviously the brand having come back in the history of it, but like, here's the thing: I'm gonna play completely ignorant. I don't know anything about Tacoma in general. Like, I don't know the restaurants to go to. I don't know the fun things to see. I've just kind of done some scouting. So. Yeah. The good news is you can help out. You can help people like me who don't know all the good spots to go. And the people who maybe are watching that don't live in Tacoma can also hear about some cool spots to go. But first, talk a little bit about like, you kind of are a funny connector between a lot of our like mutual sponsors. So like, you have been to Tides Tavern, which is one of our big ones, and you go there somewhat regularly, right? You like Tides Tavern?
Okay, hang on.
I thought you were going to wear the hat.
Okay, I was, but I didn't. I'm back.
Yeah. Okay, so you got your Tides hat. So like you go to Tides, it's like a regular hangout spot, right?
Oh, it's iconic. It's an absolute iconic tavern. It's won award after award for best taverns in Washington. Gig Harbor's 15 minutes from Tacoma. If you haven't been to Tacoma, it's a beautiful little harbor town that everybody should visit. It's fantastic. And I know another amazing sponsor as well, Gilchrist Auto, Buick
Yep.
GMC Chevrolet, and I just bought my first ever brand new car, 11 miles on it, from Gilchrist, and they are fantastic. I have to plug them because I've never had such an amazing experience getting a new car. But they're in Tacoma, on South Tacoma Way, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So Nick's a good dude, and he's always been at the games, comes to the games, and obviously Laura and the kids also come as well, right? And they're all involved with it. And I think
But his cousin Stephanie is also.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
she coaches the girls team at Bellarmine. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's Bellarmine.
Or
Yeah.
Yeah, she's an active
She's involved
soccer
for
coach.
sure,
Yeah.
heavily in soccer. She's a player. She's amazing. They're amazing sponsors. Yeah, Nick and Stephanie Gilchrist are incredible people, and I can't say enough about it. And I never in my life thought I would own a Buick Encore. Didn't even know what it was. I sat in it. The first car I sat in it, I go, I'll take it. Yeah.
That sounds like the easiest sale of all time, right? For the guy for the person who was selling it to you, like, okay, cool. You didn't feel like you were being haggled. That's always my concern when I go buy a car.
Oh
it's like,
my
someone's
gosh.
haggling me. They're making my life difficult.
Yeah.
No.
It was the manager at the store, at the dealership, Ricky. Anybody who's going to get a new car, go to Ricky.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's the one.
He's the one. He is the one.
I just had somebody trying to sell us something today in my house come in and like say, hey, we're going to give you a pitch. And funny story, but I was trying to get them out. And so I just kept standing up from the table being like, okay, well, and they just stayed seated. They wouldn't get up. And so eventually I was like, okay, listen, I've got something to do. You've got to get out. So I can guess that it's not the most fun thing doing. Yeah. But okay, let's talk about a little bit about, first off, let's talk soccer because that's what I like to do anyway. We'll talk a little bit about soccer. Do you have any memories? Like, I know we've talked about this before, but like highlights of a Tacoma Stars game, like highlights of best part of the game. Like, what is it you enjoy? What is it about the venue? What is it about the atmosphere? Yeah. What do you like doing?
I love, well, you'd asked me, I'm going to go back for 1 second about Tacoma, and you're not from Tacoma. If you ask somebody who's lived in Tacoma a long time and you say, oh, Tacoma Stars, they have stories and memories and history of back in the day that are really fun to hear. So if we could get somebody who'd been to a couple of those games back in the day, that'd be fun to hear.
We actually, I think we talked about it, but we had the original, I want to say she was the original Booster Club president for the original Stars was actually at our last sort of get together in Tacoma, and she showed up with a box of like memorabilia that was amazing, and we were all just sitting there perusing through the magazines and media guides and all that. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. And now fast forward to the games now, which are so much fun. I'm a big community person, so having something for families, especially that's affordable and so much fun. I love indoor soccer. It's just fast and it's easy to watch. Anybody can understand it, I think. I can't say I know all of the moves and everything, but I just think it's such a great way for families to get out and do something together. I love that they honor the military at the beginning of the game. I think and sometimes halftime, I just think that's really special. I love the ball toss for the kids. I just think it's, I want to get more people involved. I just think we really need to engage the community even more. People are missing out. They don't know about, some people don't know about it, and they should, because it's such an absolute blast.
Well, now you're like blending in. You're already jumping ahead topics. Like, let's go one at a time. You're talking about community, and that was what I was gonna say. So when somebody asked me who is Trixy Dorn, what I think about is I think that you're like an incredible community connector, right? Like from what I've dealt with you, and again, I'll give some context. Is when I was working at Washington Youth Soccer, we were putting on an event that ended up happening, which was really cool, which was the celebration of the 50th anniversary of women's soccer in the state of Washington. Mm-hmm. And so we were trying to figure out like who could come help us put together this event. How could we do this? This is Rachel Wilton and myself when we were working there. And we decided, well, listen, let's get Trixy and Tara involved. Tara Enneking? No, Tara.
Tara Doyle Enneking, yeah.
Yep. And so the two of you guys kind of took this thing on. And then the timing of it kind of became difficult because both Rachel and I were no longer at Washington Soccer by the time the event actually came to fruition.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool event, and you guys were so good at finding connections between community leaders and asset management in there to create something really cool. And we went to the event, obviously, it was great. But when somebody asked me what is it that you do, I'm like, well, that's kind of what you do. But now you've got a new project, right? You've got something else. Tell us about it, because it's really cool.
Oh, I love my new project. I love my old role in community engagement and community events management, and actually was a race director for the Sountoneros, which is the oldest 12K run in I think in the country, actually, which was a really fun thing. But anyway, now I'm part of something so magical, I think, because I love Tacoma, and we're building a brand new state-of-the-art children's hospital. Right now, we've just finished, just about done with all the demoing. It won't be done until 2026, but right now the hospital is part of Tacoma General, and it's not a standalone. So now to have a standalone hospital in Tacoma is going to be just a beacon of hope for so many people, and we're so excited. We serve about 350,000 in our service area children, and just up and down the whole corridor, out to Vancouver, Washington, maybe to Oregon, out to Yakima. You know, it's going to be really, really, really amazing. And so my job right now is I work for the Mary Bridge Children's Foundation, and we're building a hospital with our community. We're a nonprofit.
Yeah.
And so
how cool is that? Yeah, that's amazing.
It's amazing. Mary Bridge saved my son's life when he was 3 years old, and since that day, I've loved Mary Bridge, and this has been the role that I've wanted since I started there at Multicare 15 years ago. So I feel really, really, really lucky.
A lesson in perseverance at the very least, right? If keeping at it. That's awesome. How cool is that? Yeah. Well, listen, it's 2026, so that's going to be a big year for the state of Washington because it's a FIFA World Cup year as well. There's going to be some cool stuff happening. But sign us up for Tacoma Stars appearances at the new hospital in 2026. Put our name down.
Oh my gosh.
And we're gonna come and do a whole thing. We have to be involved in that.
Oh, I would love
at whatever capacity we can be involved in to help out. That would be awesome.
You know, okay, I'm thinking now about some other ideas. We should partner. I mean, these kids, you know, they're getting out of the hospital. There's so many illnesses that are happening when they get out, and they'd like to do something fun. Maybe we could get a couple tickets to give to the families.
We can do tickets. We can do appearances at the hospital. We can have them come out to like a training. We can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Okay, so, I'll talk to you offline.
Yeah. So part of what we're doing this summer, which I'm really excited about, is that we're actually going to kind of revamp and rebrand our school program, where we're actually going to reach out to schools and do in-person appearances at schools. But not to plug the Stars to try to make money off these schools, but really to try and give these kids like a role model idea on like nutrition, importance of sleep, importance of like maintaining school, and some decent like lessons around maybe how to best approach those years in school. Because I remember when I was a kid, the last thing I was thinking about was like getting good grades. I was just like, I want to play soccer and I want to do whatever. Yeah. And so I always think that kids that are going through this thing where they don't know what to do with themselves in middle school, high school, having somebody who is playing sports, who is telling you how important schooling is, might be like a help. So we're revamping this whole program to get ourselves into schools and really like try to be role models for kids, which I think is going to partner up a little bit with what you're doing there with the hospital. I think between the two, there's some good sort of interlinking connections. So it's cool.
Sure.
That's very cool.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to you more about that another time.
Yeah, perfect. Well, awesome. That's super cool. Okay, well, community stuff, we could go on for a while because you've done so much of it, and I'm not going to bore everybody here with, well, maybe it's not boring, but I'm not going to even try and go through how many things are. But I will tell you the women's 50th was exceptional. And I will tell you that we met up at the Boys and Girls Club event end of year last year, Boys and Girls Club event, which was really cool too. We were there to see kind of how that played out. But let's go back to Stars now. This whole show, this is unscripted, so it's like bouncing around a little bit all over the place. But do you have any memories of a Stars game that you were at that you can think of, like, yeah, this was a cool moment, or I remember something specific about this game, or I remember something specific about this action? We'll have embarrassing questions and things later, but let's try and keep it like serious now.
Yes, yes. But I have to say, Wayne Dan just made a comment that I did not share, and he's so right.
Yeah,
Tara
Mike
is
Enneking.
married to Mike Enneking, who
Mike,
was
yeah.
a Stars
So
player. He still plays today. He's phenomenal.
Mike is on a Tuesday
Yes.
evening night game, and he actually I played on Tuesday night also with Mike, and he's really good.
Oh my gosh,
He's really
he has
good.
not lost his touch.
Yeah, very, very good, very good.
Yeah,
He's got
he's
great hair too, really good hair. I'm
right.
like, I don't know how old he is, but when I'm his age, I will not have that hair, but that would be really cool to have that hair.
Yeah, he's a great player, but he's a super great guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking about this, like, and I'm a person who remembers feelings, like how I felt during a game, and I was so excited. I want to say it was March 24th, and you were playing Dallas, and you had to win to like stay in it. Do you remember this?
Was it this season?
Yeah.
It was Mesquite.
Oh, it was Mesquite. Okay.
But
Dallas, you guys, well, did Dallas end up winning it all?
No.
Who
So
ended up winning it all?
if it's the same game I'm remembering, we had a back-to-back with Mesquite.
Yes, it was. Okay, you were going after that then.
And then we won the
Yes.
first game really easily, but the second game went to the fourth quarter, and it was crazy, and then we pulled it out right at the end.
Yeah, because that was it. I just remember how absolutely exciting that was, and like I got teary-eyed. I'm just so happy for you guys.
Yeah, it was
That
cool.
was a good one. And then I traveled with some friends to San Diego and got to watch. That was fun to be in a different arena, right? Playing the San Diego Sockers.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see the
that was the
rivalry and all of that.
That's the one where we took it to overtime, which meant that we guaranteed ourselves playoffs, right? That was the last game of the season. Yeah.
That was cool.
That was crazy. Yeah.
That was really fun. I had never gone anywhere prior to watch the Stars. So.
We usually go down to that arena and come back pretty empty-handed, and usually pretty upset with life. So to go down there and pick up that point, which, again, it was one of those scenarios where there was like 3 different possible outcomes. If this person won this game, but basically, if we took it to overtime, it didn't matter what happened. It meant that we picked up a point, which meant that we kind of booked our spot. So that was a huge game. And to walk out of that stadium again with a loss, which is like pretty normal in that stadium.
Yeah.
But with some points in your hand, a point in your hand, which got you into the playoffs, was pretty cool.
Yeah. That was cool. I was so happy for you guys, and that was really a fun game to watch.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of fun games to watch. I feel like
I like every game. I literally like every game. You can't ask me.
I think the cool thing about the Stars games, and this is like when we talk to anybody in the community or anybody who's been to games, is like the memories that it evokes, not only like nostalgia of maybe some people who went to games in the 80s or that were around the previous brand, but even just nostalgia of moments between family. Like you were at a game with your mom and your mom's not around anymore, or you were at a game with a friend and that friend you haven't seen in years. And just that moment of sharing that experience is such a cool thing.
That is so true. And I've taken a couple of friends there with their kids. I've got to witness it 2 or 3 times now, where I've brought a friend who has never been and their kids have never been. And bringing them together, they talk about it, still talk about it.
Yeah.
About how great it was and how fun it was. And they've been back. And the experience that the kids get on the field after the game, it's like, I'm not saying you're not a celebrity, but it is like, big time for these kids. They're in line. They cannot wait. It is like a dream come true.
Yeah, I think that was my biggest when I came to this organization. That was the biggest shock for me, was the post game interactions with fans. Because again, when I played for the Wave in Milwaukee, we did do something similar, but not to the level of what we do here with the Stars, where basically everyone's on the field. There's full interactions. There's some back and forth. There's a lot of like personal back and forth. The fans know the players by first name. It's like it's such a cool family feel to that last sort of end of the game.
It is.
And I've been consoled by fans many times where I watch you watch sports and you always see sort of fans like berating players or being angry after a loss, and it's quite the opposite with us. We always have people come down and be like, great try, you guys worked hard, love to see you try, next game. It's such a cool thing. That's so cool.
I know, because it's our family. We got to support our family.
Yeah, I always tell people that the Stars, like the organization of the Stars, is way more of a family feel than it is sort of a, I don't know, when you go to a professional outdoor game, for example, you see the players from so far and you don't have any context of who they are. But I feel like when fans get inside and know kind of who we all are, I think it's really cool. And the guys that are on our team are so cool anyway.
Oh my gosh. I do find that to be really special to be able to do that. And all of the players are so kind. I could just sit back and just watch you all interact with the fans after, and it just warms my heart. I mean, you're all just really kind people.
If you remove me from the mix, because that's fine. I
didn't want to say that.
No, but do you have a favorite Stars player? You can't put me up. I appreciate it, but you can't put me up on this one. Do you have a favorite Stars player?
Oh boy, we got some questions.
Yeah, there's some good ones here. Yeah, so Matt Butke, who's one of our biggest followers, is always messaging me, asking me about stuff. But Pete, that's a good one. If there's one feature you could add to a Stars game, what would you do? One more thing. We're looking for help. We need help on what to do at halftime, what to do. Come on, give us something good.
I'm all about like music and dancing, so we're gonna get a little squad, little dance squad together, and we're all gonna dance.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do.
One of my ideas, I'd like to have a dance off at halftime.
I want a dance off.
So you're gonna get your squad, and then we'll find another squad.
I'm gonna work on that.
Yeah.
You know what I also love that they do at some of the baseball games when they do the lookalikes.
Oh, the camera goes and
they pan to someone. Sandy.
Sandy says no
dance teams. Okay, Sandy. I'll just dance by myself.
No dance teams. Sandy, what if it's Stars players that are doing the dancing though?
Yeah. Oh, that'd be
Stars players dance teams. I would pay to see a team of Corey Keats, Philip Lund, Danny Waltman on one squad. I would pay money to watch those three dance.
Gosh.
Sandy still says no.
Sandy says no. All right, Sandy.
Not dance teams like cheerleaders, but
I like they don't be cheerleaders. I like music. I like dancing. I like any kind of trivia where you get people answering. I like when you have like pretend like on the screen where you have two soccer balls. I don't know. You kick one and it's like a virtual or digital race, and you have to like everyone cheers who you think's going to win, what ball the green the blue one is going to win, or I don't know.
What about what was the one that I just had in my head and now it's gone?
Okay, Sandy.
No, the Stars ones where I love. We've got two videos that are my favorites, and maybe people that are leaving comments can leave videos of their in-game entertainment arena favorites. Number one is the Corey Keats commercial. Have you seen the one where Corey's trying to read off the script? You haven't seen that one? So he's trying to read off a script of something like, hey guys, don't forget to buy your something tickets in the concourse after the game, and he can't get it out, and they've got it like a blooper reel of him missing it over and over again. It's hilarious. It's the best video I think I've seen in a long time.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good.
And then the other one is the one where Danny Waltman's got like goggles on that are blinders, and he's like fumbling around to feel things, and he has to guess what they are.
Oh yes.
Yeah, really good. And one of them I think is a sawzall, and he's like feeling it, and he's like immediately like, oh dude, that's a sawzall. Like that. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that. Yeah. Okay, Carl said mascots. I'm a mascot person too. I'll actually wear a mascot. I'll wear the mascot costume.
Sandy, we're doing an intro video. Done. Wayne, Dan, Meet the Stars. We're gonna do it. Number 3, Pete Richmeyer, you're spot on. It is not a dance team as in like, the cheerleaders come out. I'm talking fans dancing or junior like young kid dance teams that are like kids that are learning routines or something like that. Something completely different, not like the traditional sort of thing, but something cool and sort of engaging.
Something cool and fun.
Yeah.
We used to have a ton of mascots, like 20. No, it wasn't 20, but do you remember
there was the mascot game. There used to be the mascot game where they would run around and play. Yeah.
And they raced and they did all kinds of stuff. But I do
You know
like
what,
I do like a good mascot.
So we're actually good, Trixie. You're like you're throwing it. You're perfect. We are actually gonna do a new mascot this year, and we need fans. What we'd like to do is have fans actually do submissions on what our mascot should be. Because we
Yes,
had
that
some
would be fun.
previous mascots, but we feel like they maybe don't really sort of embody what we're today. So we need some
Yep.
fan submissions about what our mascot should look like. We're gonna post it, so don't worry. Don't worry, we'll have like this whole thing where people can send it in. But we need a new mascot. So if you've got ideas, write them down.
Okay.
Write them down, send them in.
Okay.
Irish dancing.
Tell me, Tanner. The Starman. We had a star.
There was a Starman. There was one. And I'm trying to think. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a Starman. I mean, that one's okay. I mean, it's not bad, but I think we can maybe find something cool and new. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe everyone's going to be like, no, Starman was the best. I don't know. Mascots are not really my thing. I'm European. We don't have mascots. It's not a thing we do.
Oh.
So
cool.
there's like this mascot obsession in the States, which is really cool, but it's not my history. So when people talk about mascots, I'm like, I don't know.
Never thought about that. Yeah, I've never.
That's not a thing in Europe of like
No.
having a I mean, it is now a bit more.
Oh wait, yeah, I like streamers. Starman rocked. Oh, we like Starman.
Well, anyway, so
okay. Yes.
So
you have another question?
We've talked about community engagement. Yeah, you dipped the question on your favorite star, which we'll give you in a second. We've talked about your community engagement. We've talked about Gilchrist Auto, Tides Tavern. We talked about all these things. You need to give me a top 3 of your favorite Tacoma restaurants, okay, so that I can actually jot them down because I haven't been to very many. And then before then, you need to answer who your favorite Stars player is. And I appreciate it. Thank you for picking me, but pick someone else now.
Okay. I mean, this was really difficult. I'm not going to lie, because I think you're all wonderful. But I'm going with Felipe.
Felipe.
He is so lovely. Okay, can I just tell you?
Absolutely.
I love watching him play because I think he's fantastic. He has this positive energy that's like palpable. Okay, he is so. What's the word? I don't know. He's just so great with the teammates, like with his teammates watching him. He's just so supportive. But he's also like that with his opponents. And he melts me.
Yeah. He's like the Energizer Bunny commercial where like you'd think that at some point the batteries wear out and they don't.
Yeah.
In fact, the batteries ramp up. Like when you think that they're going down, they actually start to tank upwards. He's insane. I've never seen somebody have an engine like him. And he is like, it is a funny thing in sports where there is a person that is able to sort of imbue that energy and push it into other people. And he's that way. Because when you see somebody running that hard, it's like, well, shit, I got to run now too.
He's inspiring all of you guys to run. Yeah. I mean, I can't, I have to say though, I was like, this runners up, like Alex, love Alex. And I love both of I know only the Juice is playing now, but I love both the brothers because I love their family. So there's reasons I love people. Oh, I love Philip Lund. So I was going with Felipe as my top pick.
No, he's your number one. You can't change it now.
I'm not changing it, but I just felt like I had to say more.
It's written down. It's underlined. It's official. Okay, now your 3 favorite restaurants in Tacoma, like three spots that you've got to go. 3 places that you're like, listen, if you go here, you're in a good spot.
Okay. I have a new favorite. I mean, if you like steak.
Okay.
And I've told many people about this, called Cuerno Bravo.
Okay.
Cuerno Bravo is a fabulous new, smaller little steak. I want to say Argentinian, but it's probably not. But it's fantastic steak. I am also a lover of the Matador.
Okay.
Great happy hour and really good margaritas.
I've been there. That's one of the few places I have been.
Oh, okay. You've been there.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say a number 3. There's too many. I feel like I'm gonna really.
Someone's gonna watch this and be really offended.
Yes.
Our millions of subscribers are gonna be upset.
Yeah, and I'm not even a huge steak person, so this is kind of funny. I mean, I love the waterfront. where would I tell someone to go? If you're gonna go just get drinks, go to the Boom Boom Room on 6th Ave. There's areas in Tacoma. There's Ruston, Point Ruston, 6th
Yeah.
Ave, Proctor, Old Town, Stadium District.
There's a Thai place on the corner of across from Matador.
Oh, Thai Pepper.
Yeah, really good too.
Thai love Thai Pepper. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
call, actually, for
That's
not
a
even
good
knowing
one.
Tacoma.
Well, I've been a couple times, but not that many.
The
Just
Spar's
a few.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go for a late night Frisco Freezeburger too. It's an iconic.
So tomorrow at 4, we've got this game. So now all the guys are going to go out after. So you've got to give us a spot that we can go to after for a drink on a Saturday night. Just a casual hangout dinner with the lads.
Casual.
Hang out with some of the guys.
Oh, these guys are saying the Spar.
You said
It's
the
not a
Boom
bad
Boom Room,
call.
but we'll do the Spar if everyone thinks it's.
How late is it going to be? That's a good.
I
That's
mean,
the
we'll
next
be done
question.
by 6:15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll go to the Spar.
Okay.
There's a place in East Tacoma. It's called Top of Tacoma. It's they have really good like grinder type sandwiches and beer, and it's a cool, kind of divey, but.
We've been going to Spud's Pizza, which is actually one of our sponsors.
Oh, Spuds!
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been
That's
going
a
there.
little
We've
bit.
been having. We actually went on karaoke night at the end of last season. We went on karaoke night and had almost everybody on the team, and we were doing singing and singing, and of course, we can look. Someone even just tagged Spar's address, so there we go.
Yeah. Oh gosh, they want you to go.
Danny Waltman was the first guy up. You know, like we were all like, Danny's got to go first, right? Because he's, he likes to sing. He's got his band. And then we went through a lot of people sang.
Well, at
fun.
Spuds? Where?
It was at Spuds, yeah.
Spuds I'm staying at Spuds. I'm going to go to Spuds. Weren't you doing something at Spuds? They have a comedy night. They have.
I've never seen the comedy night.
Too.
We went one night. And it was just us. And then this night, the second time we went, it was karaoke night, and they had a DJ was there and announced us and stuff. And he was like super cool, pro stars players in the house. It was really good. Yeah, it was fun. It was good.
That's a fun joint. I'm not gonna lie. I want to go back to Spuds.
And I'm again, this is like one of those questions that I've been asked 100 times. Is like, how traditional or untraditional is pizza allowed to be? So I think I asked you this, whether pizza you're allowed to have pineapple on pizza or not, and your answer was?
My answer was my favorite pizza is Hawaiian with jalapenos.
Okay.
So Canadian bacon and pineapple with jalapenos is my favorite pizza. So I'm going to say it's a yes.
100% yes. So Spuds has amazing sort of unconventional pizzas. Like they had one because Josh Paul, who's one of our sponsors, helpers, he's involved with the Stars. He's part of the back office. He will bring us pizza sometimes for post game. And there'll be these random sort of things that are put together that are really strange flavors. So Spuds has a bunch of sort of non-conventional flavors there, or
combos,
topping mixes, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, well listen, I've only got one more question for you, and then we can round up with whatever you'd like. But the last question is, if you had to do an elevator pitch for the Stars to a random person that you've never met, like, hey, this is what this team is about, or this is what this event is about. You've got a 30-second elevator pitch. You got to go.
Have you ever been to a Stars game? No? You are missing out. I can promise you, you will not have as much fun anywhere than you will at a Stars game. I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, but if you've even been to a Sounders game, come to a Stars game and you will not be disappointed.
Perfect. I'd go to a Stars game. I'm in. I didn't
say much about soccer, but
that's okay.
Well,
cool. Well, listen, is there anything else that we need to talk about, Trixie, that I'm forgetting? I mean, we didn't go into great detail at length of any of the amazing things you're doing, but the Children's Hospital to me blows my socks off because that's such a cool thing. Obviously, I've got kids, so I'm extra in. Wayne, Dan, I'm going to answer that question. Yes. The answer is yes. There are three Stars players that are going to play in that game, but I can't release who they are yet until the people who are putting on the game release it. But 3 players will be playing from the Stars in that game that I know of.
Cool.
So yes. Are you coming to the game tomorrow?
Maybe yes.
Maybe yes.
Maybe yes.
Maybe
I
yes.
might see
Maybe
you
no.
there.
Maybe yes. Maybe no. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping by the Stars Align. We love having new guests and obviously talking about somebody who does so much in the community and your involvement with all the cool stuff.
Thank
Again,
you.
I can't say it enough, but the Children's Hospital really is like so cool and such an amazing project. So, and that's so cool that it not only you do it as a employment, but a source of passion too is even cooler. Because as I'm sure you're aware, none of us at the Stars are making $1 million a year. Lane,
Yeah.
pull out the cash, Lane. But we do it because we love it, right? We do it because we love it, and it's our source of employment, but also and primarily and first and foremost our passion. So
it's your passion. That's
I
right.
think that bringing those two things together always leads to good things.
Yeah. Sometimes your passion leads to your purpose, and that's what's really amazing. So thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming on. Yeah.
Okay.
Usually I make way more embarrassing questions, way worse. So I was nice today.
You were.
Way nice today. I usually make people pick between really unfortunate things. Oh, last question and then we're done. Yeah, last one. And then we're really done.
Okay.
You're stranded on a desert island and you have to take one Stars player with you. And it can't be Felipe, okay, because he's already been picked. It can't be me, so you've got to pick one guy to go. Now you can take this any way you want. This might
I already know.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this person will be able to survive and help me survive.
Okay.
This is what I need in my life, just because who he is.
Okay.
It's going with Danny Waltman.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
What do you think?
I think Danny would be able to build a hut with some trees and figure out a way to shelter you, and you'd probably be okay.
Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, if it was me, I would be dead within the first sort of day and a half. I wouldn't know what to do with myself if I had to be resourceful or something, but Danny would figure that out in 2 seconds. Yeah, it's a good pick.
Okay. Can I ask who you would pick?
If I had to be stranded on a desert island with one Stars player, who would I pick? It would have to be somebody that wouldn't annoy me and whose conversation I could tolerate for a longer time. I'm trying to think who that might be. You know what? I'm going to pick Corey Keats.
Okay.
I pick Corey because I think that he would know when I was like over the conversation enough to be like, okay, I'm going to give Nick some room. But Corey's also pretty handy. Like we redid our locker room at the Tacoma Soccer Center. And he was up there hammering nails in and figuring all this stuff out that I was just looking at him like, here, I'll hand you the next one. And Wayne, good point. Corey can fish, so at least we'll have some food. So, yeah, I think Corey's a good bet.
That sounds solid. All right.
And he's already got the sort of on a desert island vibe. He's kind of got like the half beard with the long hair. So I think he's like primed for the Castaway vibe, you know, like the sort of diaper and no shirt and pants on kind of look. So I think he's ready. That. Yeah.
I'm going back to music, and I know that Danny can play the guitar. So
yeah, that's great too. If you're ever bored, he's got the guitar to pull out. You're all over it. Well, Trixy, thanks for coming on. It was a lot of fun chatting, and we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe yes.
Okay. Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
All right, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for our game against the Whistle All-Stars. You don't want to miss it.